On a day in 2010 that I refuse to look up, the world was subjected to Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, which has to be one of the worst movies ever made. I'm completely serious. Not only did they destroy the legacy of the Scott Pilgrim graphic novels, but they hired Edgar Wright to direct the movie. A man who, at that point, had done nothing in his career but there were crappy movies like Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and some stupid British TV show that nobody with good dental hygiene has ever heard of. Add in some woke casting, and we ended up with Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, which thankfully bombed at the box office. Phew. I would say that we dodged a bullet, but Edgar Wright still managed to have a career, which included absolutely awful movies like The End of the World and Baby Driver, which has two of my least favorite actors in it, Jamie Foxx and this guy. But in the modern Hollywood era, every studio is so desperate for money that they're searching at the bottom of the barrel for content that they can resurrect and trot out to consumers like a deli owner with a coke addiction. And for some reason, the dumb fucks in Universal decided to bring back Scott Pilgrim as an anime. Oh great, my two least favorite things. The Scott Pilgrim movie and Japanese cartoons, now in one fucked up package. And honestly, you read the title of the video. You should already know that I'm not fucking with this bull mess, and I will not be reviewing it when it comes out. Yep, that's right. So if that pisses you off, then you can click off this video right now. I don't need your silly Sam attitude sticking up my vibe, dude, because this new Scott Pilgrim show represents the absolute downfall of Hollywood. We went from classic movies like Cool World, Fritz the Cat, and Pocahontas to absolute bullshit like Elemental and Scott Pilgrim : the Japanese cartoon. Forget about whatever happened to good old-fashioned American values. How about originality? How about likable characters who did the right thing and told liberals to go screw themselves with a rusty hammer? Nowadays, we can't even have a show that was made in America. We have to send it overseas because advertisers in Hollywood think that the most valuable demographic to market everything to is a generation that's comprised of socially stunted, liberal-minded, negative Nancy, perpetual virgin bastards who don't even know what gender they are without TikTok telling them. This is what our country has come to. And we can blame three quote-unquote people for the sanctimonious, devious, degenerate, dastardly, diabolic, immigrant demagogue regime. The elite oddballs in Hollywood. And the man in the coke house that likes to call himself the president. And yes, federal agents, I just said that! We do not have a real president in office right now. I know you're gonna come after me for saying that, so go ahead and bring the heat, you overpaid, puffed up, propagandizing, glowing swine! Anyway, those are all the reasons why the new Scott Pilgrim anime is bad, and everything else good. Anyone who is genuinely planning on watching the show should be kidnapped by the government and experimented on, because they're either an invader of the third kind, or a Democrat that's transcended into another ultra-woke state of reality. Either way, I'm but a PNG tuber, rereading my Scott Pilgrim graphic novels with dried-up pages that seem to have been drenched in some sort of opaque, light-colored fluid, and signing off. Bye!